Hello everyone, welcome to my English video. My name is Venantius Hermanu Pribyantara and I am from Information System of Atmaja University in Yogyakarta. And my number is 1917 10 19 and 8. Okay, in this time, I will tell you about heroes and what kind of flaws can be accepted and cannot be accepted. And then I will tell you example of hero like Shark Tale movie and all about it. So without further ado, let's go to the list. Anybody can know definition about heroes? Yes, I think anyone can describe about hero in his or her perspective. And I'm gonna describe about hero from Daniel Lilford. Okay, let's continue, yeah. A hero is someone who gives of himself, often putting his own life at a great risk, for the greater good of others. However, such as in war situations, what is good for others will always divide opinion into opposing camps. Outside of the standard dashing war portraits of man or woman facing the gates of hell, the most heroic are often the most ordinary of people doing ordinary things for a greater human purpose. Think Mother Teresa or Mahatma Gandhi. The word hero is far too often applied these days without much thought, like the manias of your use of the word closure. Its meaning has become muddied and not as it was meant to be, an extraordinary example of human achievement that makes the rest of us gasp in wonder or question the validity of the honor. Okay, here I gonna explain 3 reasons hero needs flaws. Number 1. To create realism and empathy. In real life, people have faults. No one is perfect, right? It stands to reason that for a character to be believable, he also must be flawed. Readers are people too, ones who are as prone to poor choices, mistakes, and overreaction due to their shortcomings as our hero is. When they see the fallout created by a character's fault, they empathize, knowing just how it feels to screw up. And as the character learns more about himself and works towards overcoming his flaws to reach his goals, the reader will cheer him on because the desire to achieve self growth is universal. Number 2, to create a conflict. Flaws mean blind spots, biases, pet peeves, and irrational emotional reactions, to name a few. All of these things cause the hero to mess up along the way, creating conflict. A story road paved with mistakes, misjudgment, and poor choices amp up tension at all levels and make it even harder for the character to succeed. The antagonist can turn the hero's mistake to his own advantage, becoming an even greater threat. Okay, then number 3 is to complete the character's arcs. Flaw shouldn't be random. Its flaw forms from a negative past experience. In character arcs, there should be at least one core flaw that stands in the character's way of achieving his goal. For the character to win, he must face his fears, deal with the emotional wounds of his past, and see that achieving his goal is more important than the risk of suffering another emotional wound. Only by subduing his core flaw and banishing his negative thought can he break free of fear. This necessary self-growth will help him find the strength needed to achieve his goal. Kind of flaws will be acceptable from heroes and will not be acceptable. A list of currently acceptable good flaws includes: number 1, alcoholism, except when it leads to violence. Number 2, drug addiction, except when it leads to violence. Number 3, tobacco use, example cigars, cigarettes, and especially pipes. Number 4, sexual promiscuity, especially for male, as long as it doesn't involve children, animals, or the unwilling, like rape or necrophilia. Number 5, reverse snobbery. Number 6, being too cool to socialize. Next, being a klutz, sticking to your guns even when the odds seem stacked against you, which some may argue isn't even a flaw at all, except when it results an idiot ball. Stupidity, as long as it stems from genuine ignorance and not empathy or bigotry. While a list of flaws that are currently bad includes: number 1 is sexism, misogyny more so than misandry. Straw feminists are ridiculous, but a woman's knot will no ideological potence typically get much more sympathetic treatment. Number 2 is homophobia, except when in some religious literature and pretty much every single piece of media made outside of the USA and Northwestern Europe. Number 3 is genuine snobbery. Number 4 is domestic abuser, especially when male. Number 5, compulsion gambling. And the last one is evil smoking, usually a cigar or hoity-toity lighter, encouraging children under the age of 18 or now with the change in law in 21 to smoke or blowing smoke. In a more sympathetic character's face are two surefire ways of establishing your feelings. Okay, next I will explain the movie, and the movie is Shark Tale. Before I speak too much, I want you to watch the movie trailer. Let's check it out.
As long as anyone could remember, Lenny was a different kind of shark.
I don't know how else to say this to you, Lenny. You see something, you eat it, period. That's what sharks do. You gotta understand, when you look weak, it makes me look weak.
I know.
Right here in front of me now, eat this.
Oh, geez, Hop. Here's the thing.
I'm a vegetarian.
You're a good person.
Oh, no. As long as anyone could remember, Oscar was always in trouble.
It's a sure thing.
He trips underwater. Who trips underwater? And by the way, on what?
That's it.
All right.
I want you to find the deepest, darkest hole in the ocean and put him in it!
No, no.
Then, the little fish told a great white lie.
Oscar, did you kill him?
Yeah, exactly how it looked. That's how it is. Remember this name, Oscar the Shark Slayer!
You lied! Everybody thinks you slayed the shark!
You need to slay a shark, and I need to disappear. Here's what we're gonna do.
Oh, yeah!
From the studio that brought you Shrek.
Yo, Angie needs to get her freak on. Come on, Ange. Dance with me, mama.
You might not ever
Look at here.
Let me tell you, it's better than digging a
Keep up with me. Don't let me lose you.
at the car wash.
Yeah!
What'd he do? What'd he do? I can't see it!
Sharks are coming to get me!
Sometimes I want to take your big, dummy head and just... Just show those sharks who's boss.
Here I come. Ta-da!
I tell you what's what. And what?
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 What? Nothing. You said what first?
I didn't say what first.
You said and then what, and I said what?
No, I said what?
You said what first?
Shark Tale.
Now snap your fin right on it. Snap it. You're not snapping it.
Oscar.
Oh, hey, don't sweat it. A lot of whitefish can't do it.
Okay, after you watch the movie's trailer, I won't put one of all the characters in movie Shark Tale. His name is Oscar. Oscar would prefer to run away from the danger rather than fight it. He soon admits that he was a nobody until he lied about killing Frankie, and he does the same thing when he confesses that he's not a real shark slayer. In Shark Tale, he had no qualms about lying in order to make himself appear more heroic and powerful than he actually, and was pretty selfish, arrogant, and shallow. Oscar liked to think of himself as a ladies' man, but he was somewhat awkward around females, accidentally bumping into a pillar when he trying to seduce Lola, and stuttering when he tried to tell Angie how he felt about her. Oscar quickly became a close friend with Lenny, and he was romantically interested in Lola. But he eventually realized that she was shallow, vengeful, and selfish, much like how he was throughout most of the film. Instead, he fell in love with Angie. He also managed to make a peace with Lino after admitting that he wasn't a shark slayer, thus saving the reef from Lino and his sharks. Okay, it's time to say goodbye to everyone who watched my English video. Thank you to Miss Siska who gave me an off semester task. Thank you and goodbye!